What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? And boy, do we have a show for y'all today. Some major trades just went down in the NFL, y'all. And not only that, we got a final set. So, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what time it is. On My Sports, keep it locked. Welcome, everybody, to an all-new episode of On My Sports. As always, it's your boy, John J., and with me once again is my dog, D Snow from the Go, and we also had Big Money Sonny here for a second, but he might be experiencing some technical difficulties, so I don't know if we'll be able to get him back or not. He also on the clock at the moment, so we'll see, but D Snow from the Go, how you feeling, cuzzo?
I'm not happy, man. I'm not happy at all. I'm usually in a great mood. I'm always happy. But today, the sports news just kind of turned my stomach, man. I can't wait till we get into it, man. It's getting ridiculous out here. But besides that, man, my Cubs finally off that losing streak, so I'm doing better on that side.
Right on. Man, so that's a rare thing to hear you say that you're not happy with some of the news that's going on right now. And I see Big Money is talking is saying he got kicked out. But I'm glad I see you responded, so I'm gonna go on here with it. Yeah. But there he goes. There he goes. I don't know what happened, Big Money. I don't know what happened. Okay. But man, Big Money, how's it going? It's been about a week or two since the people heard from you. What's the latest and greatest?
Bro. I'm cool, bro. I'm ready to get into this NFL free agency. They turned up. Let's get it.
Okay, well, let's go on and get into it because I know your time is limited. So I'm going to kick this thing off with the first thing that kicked off the day. The biggest news of the day is Myles Garrett traded from the Cleveland Browns to the LA Rams for, what they get, Jared Verse, a first round and a fifth, something like that? Man. No. The first and the fifth was A.J. Brown. I'm getting ahead of myself. But Jared Verse, the first and another draft pick. I'm not sure what that second pick is. But what's your reaction to it? Is it enough? Is it too much, or how you like the deal?
I got to jump in there first. I'm gonna be like Sonny is today. I think it's bogus. I'm not happy with it. I mean, what is LA as a city is just really hurting sports, man. At first it was the Dodgers grabbing everybody. They grabbing everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not fair what's going on in sports. To see Myles Garrett go to LA, like they weren't already, potential, champions, they almost made it last year. They was only a couple of plays away from being in the Super Bowl. And we know that they retooled, they went ahead and stopped some money, kept him, brought the rest of the team back, and now they make this trade. Like, that's just outrageous, man. Like, nobody else offered anything better than what they offered. Why LA? Why is LA constantly winning when it comes to the free agency in all sports? I know everybody would rather live in LA than some of these other states. I understand it. I get it. But why? Like, we talk about the best defensive player in the league in his prime. And some people might say he's just as good as the Reggie Whites and all of them. I ain't gonna lie, the boy is cold. And as we've seen, the man
he was created in a lab.
He's a real athlete. He can play anything. And for me to see that come across my phone, my stomach turns. I'd rather see them go to the Packers as much as I hate the Packers. All right, that's how I feel about this. I'd rather see them go to the Packers, the Lions, somebody in our division, than go to the Raiders. At least let us be excited about the season. Don't let us go into the season like, oh, well, we already know they're going to get it. Boy, injury, they're the champs, man. And I don't like that, man. Y'all go ahead. And shout out to Jared Verse, because he was in a welcome video, and they did you bogus, bro. Put you in a welcome video and then shipped you off. So you still all over the place, and you don't even play for them. Go ahead, man. Y'all got it.
All right, so Sonny, before you give your take, I got to respond to a few things that Snow said real quick, because there's some points in there. But I'm gonna tell you something I'm gonna remind you of something that's gonna twist your heart even more, because this is the Luka thing all over again to LA. I mean, you talking about probably the best three the
How
three
does
best
that happen?
players in each league,
And they
and
traded him.
the
And they traded
team.
him for the.
Hold on,
They
hold on.
traded him for the glass man. They
But
traded him for the glass man. Like, and he
but
was hurt when they traded him. So it just shows you, man. It's like they want LA to win. It's not fair, man.
but
Wait,
the
Jared
thing about
Verse
it,
hurt?
what the no, he talking about Anthony
I'm talking about
Davis.
AD when they traded him for Luka.
But the thing is, that they didn't even put it out there that he was available. D
Right.
Snow, it was like
With both
fifth.
of these trades,
It
they
wa-
did that.
That's the part that I'm talking about. That's what I'm comparing the two to, because it's the same situation. No one even knew that these players were available, and then the news comes out that the trade is made. And before you get ready to say, I want to get this off real quick. 15 minutes before the trade went down, I seen that they finally said Cleveland Browns asking price for Myles Garrett could reach three first round draft picks. And then 15 minutes later, the trade went down.
They did that on purpose, bro. And that's the thing I'm saying. And what I'm gonna say is, you know how today's sports is. Somebody gonna leak the story how this went down. Just like we found out with the Lakers, like they just reached straight out to the Lakers. Nobody else, like, hey, you want Luka? Like, who? What? You
I
mean,
didn't
like,
know it went
that's
down
crazy,
like that.
man.
That's crazy. I didn't know it went down like
So
that.
That's how it went, bro. They reached out to the Lakers and offered them Luka. They didn't call nobody
Yeah.
else. They trying to see if nobody else wanted them.
They specifically wanted AD. They specifically wanted AD.
It did trade them all.
Well, Big Money, what's your reaction? Because I know you back and forth getting your work done.
Bro, that shit fucked my head up. Excuse my language. Boy,
No, you good.
I might be delusional, but I think we still can beat them. Like, for real, bro.
Delusional.
I think we
He didn't even react. He just
now, bro.
he didn't react. Just said
Nah, for
delusional.
real.
Like, that defense is disgusting, bro.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
they look great. Let me tell you something, bro. They leveled up, man, crazy level up. If nobody gets hurt, they should win the chip. But they got two major holes. It was the secondary and the O-line. Now it's just the O-line. All you got to do is get the Matthew Stafford and knock him around. It's a whole other. I think we can beat them, bro. I'm dead ass. I think we can beat them, bro.
Well,
I'm not scared of them.
only
Bro,
that,
they got McDuffie at quarterback. They got Watson. They got Kitchens at safety. This is crazy, bro. They got an all-star team on their defense.
I tell you one thing, though, you got to realize or remember that you got to take with a grain of salt about this Rams team that you're not crazy, Sonny, because every other year is a Matt Stafford injury.
Exactly.
Ooh,
So, man,
that year.
it's their year to get hurt, bro. They had no injury last year.
I hate to say that, but this is, if you follow the historical reference, he's due.
Yeah.
I don't want to see nobody get hurt. I don't want to see that. I like Stafford, but I mean,
Great quarterback.
Follow history. He's every other year. On the flip side, you could say the same thing about y'all.
They're gonna be a problem, bro. They're gonna have home field advantage, and the Super Bowl's played in their stadium. And I'm telling you right now, yeah, you forgot about that, right? Y'all forgot. It's in LA this year.
Football, it is at SoFi.
Right, bro. It's in their stadium, which is SoFi. That's Levi South, bro.
Tom Brady record.
It's Levi South. Trust me, bro. I'm gonna laugh so hard when they don't make it to the Super Bowl, bro. Watch. They ain't even gonna make it.
I'm gonna laugh so hard when Garrett get hurt. That's you know what? I ain't putting that out there because I like Garrett, man. I like him, bro.
And that's somebody historically that don't really miss time like that.
Because that boy is a workout machine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at it on the flip side, though. How y'all feel about it for Cleveland? Despite the politics, what it does for Cleveland? What does it move the needle?
Basement, they just stay there. They didn't get better. They got younger because Versus not a bad player. And depending on what they do, they got a new coach. So I won't put them out there yet because I don't know what the new coach is going to bring in, what he's going to do. You got to see what's going to happen. You know, we all love Shador, so we're wishing for the best for them. But I don't see how they get better from getting rid of him. The only thing they did was free up money, and nobody would have come to Cleveland.
They got Jared Verse. They got Jared Verse. They got some draft capital. Next year's draft is the one. If they do it right, bro.
They too.
Yeah, if they do it right,
But you remember
Yeah,
they drafted one last year
Okay.
Right. That'd be all right. I
because
think
he shined with Shador.
it's Cleveland, so they gonna F it up. But if they don't, if they do it
They'll have
right,
paper bags in their heads about week 5.
they could come out of there with some shit, bro. They could be some shit.
Here, my take is, I feel like, for one, if they would have opened it up and gave other teams time, I think they could have came with a better deal because the Myles Crosby offers was better than that.
Oh, the Bears could have put something together.
Agreed. On the
Detroit,
flip side,
though, like you said, Detroit had a better deal on the table. They were trying to get him last year. I remember that. Detroit almost got him last year, then they paid him.
When this offseason started, everyone thought that Detroit was the front runners to get him if he was to leave.
Yeah, I remember that, bro. I thought he was.
But I think this tells you it's kind of just like with the Luka thing. I think they targeted Verse. That's what that sounded like to me. It sounded like they wanted a young and I will say Verse is more than decent. Verse is a really, really good young.
No, he's a monster.
He's an up and coming star edge.
You know I love Florida State. That's a Florida State guy. I'm not knocking Verse, bro. He's a great player. He might do things down there with this.
So my only. Go ahead.
Cleveland's so weird. Bro, I was thinking before I jumped on with y'all. I was thinking about it. I was like, what if John Lynch calls them and gets Jared Verse for whatever they want because he don't want to be there, and we line his ass up on the other side of Bosa week 1 in Australia against them? That'd be.
He can't be happy right now. He can't be happy right now, especially after being in the coming out video. So they were showcasing him.
Exactly.
Yeah, he can't be happy right now. Bro. But on the flip side, he can't do nothing about it right now. He's still on his rookie deal.
Gotta go play ball.
He's still on his rookie deal. So I like them getting Verse. I mean, you secured getting a good young player to replace him without having to wait or wonder about if you drafted the right guy.
Yeah.
I just think that they could have got more if they opened it up. They could have got like the report said, they probably could have got 3 first-round picks.
They could have got
This is Myles Garrett. Bro. This is Myles Garrett. They could have flipped.
A few teams would have offered them so much for that man. They knew what they were doing, man. Something not right, bro. I don't like it at all. But
I think this just they targeted Verse. I think they really like Jared Verse. That's what that tells me.
The Rams, bro, and the Rams are that one organization. They might be the only organization in the whole NFL who does not give a damn about a draft pick. Like, for real.
Fuck them picks. That's their quote.
They don't care. Yeah, they don't care.
I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, they say we gonna get better by making moves, but the moves they make, Jesus Christ, they end up with the best players out there. They didn't have. Think about the last 10 years, the players that have played for the Rams. Man, they've had some names over there, bro. Did they dump one and just bring another one up? Like they got a Cup was like a all world wide receiver. As soon as they dumped him, he went to Saints no more. That's crazy how they saw that. Or what's dropping making them that good,
Yeah.
I mean, one thing I say, I'm happy for Myles Garrett to finally be in a contention. What you finna say, Big Money?
It's the NFL, bro.
Got some money and now he get to play for rings.
It's not the NBA or the MLB where it's a 7-game series. It's one and done. In the NFL, the best team doesn't always win the chip. That's what I'm saying. Like, and it's SoFi, bro. It's SoFi. Don't forget, bro. It's fucking SoFi, bro. When the 49ers show up, it's our home field. So if the Bears come there, it's going to be y'all home field. They get beat at home, bro. I can see that. I mean,
you're right about their offensive line struggles. You're right about their O-line struggles, though.
Yeah, that's the only hole they got. The holes that they had going into this offseason. Like, I don't know about y'all. I know we all sports nerds and all that. But I know the teams in my division, bro, and the only holes that they had was in their secondary. They fixed it. Watson and McDuffie. And now they got the holes on the O-line. They can be had, bro, for real.
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. Well, actually, my last statement on this kind of leads me to move on. But last week, me and D Snow, we talked about the significance of today's date. because of the AJ Brown trade. We thought that the Rams would go involve themselves and trying to get AJ Brown, and I think this move probably went down. They realized it's not going to happen, so they pivoted because they just wanted a star. But and pivoting on for us, the next big move that happened today was that AJ Brown trade that we were expecting, and he moves on to the New England Patriots. So what does that do for the A team? How do y'all? What's your reaction to that one? And I'll go to you, Big Money, first, because D Snow, you led the last one.
I love that move because I hate Buffalo so much. I hate Buffalo so damn much. I want
It's
the
funny
Patriots
that your
to
like
win
comes
that
down
division.
to a hate.
Yeah. Bro, I'm a Chiefs fan, Niner fan. I hate the direct ops.
Yeah.
Go Patriots. I just hope he don't get
Go
mad.
Patriots.
I hope he don't get mad and
Go
start
Patriots.
tripping, reading books on the sideline when you don't get the ball. I hope he lock in.
That
If
was
he
funny.
lock in,
That was
bro.
funny.
Yeah, if he lock in, it's gonna be nice, bro. I see them winning the division again.
Yes,
For
sir.
real.
Okay. So I know you don't like Buffalo, and I don't know if you can hear me now. I know you don't like Buffalo, but them getting DJ Moore don't move the needle. You still see New England in front.
Yep. But they need one more piece, one more receiver. I don't trust what's the youngster from LSU? I don't trust him.
For Buffalo?
Yeah, Keon Coleman. Is that his name?
Oh yeah. That was from Florida State?
Yeah, from Florida State, my bad. I don't trust them. If they get another, if they can get, say they get some miracle, they can bring Stephon Diggs back. Okay, then that's I need somebody else on the other side with DJ, and then that's formidable. For real.
No, agree. I think DJ gonna make Keon better because now there's no pressure on him. Now DJ's gonna take the bulk, he's gonna take the pressure, and Keon can just be that extra receiver. And I think that's gonna change things because now he's not dependent on as much, and he ain't gonna see no double team. They're gonna be watching DJ most of the time. So I think and we all know they're gonna run the ball. That's what they really do. They run the ball and play defense. They bought in that new coach, and I think that's what he's gonna push because that's where they win. Throwing the ball ain't really they cup of tea, but they got to stretch the field sometimes.
Who's the number two receiver?
I don't know about that. Joe Kelly came from that LSU. Joe Burrow
go crazy,
with Jamar Chase and
who's the
teammate?
receiver room? Is it DJ Moore, Coleman, and Shakir?
Khalil Shakir, yeah. That's
the receiver room that we're working with. See, I like DJ Moore, bro, but I don't think he's a number one. I think he's a 2.
They got DJ Moore, Keon Coleman, Skylar Bell, and Khalil Shakir, which is actually a guy they like and go to a lot. So I mean, you can't forget him. Then they got Josh Palmer, which he didn't really do nothing last year, but I think he's a decent wide receiver.
No, but I'm kind of in agreement with Big Money on this one. I think they could use one more.
They need one more. They'd be formidable.
I do like that tight end they got too out of Utah a couple years ago.
Me too. I like him, bro. I like him.
Look, and back on topic, I think it's a great trade for them. They needed that with the fact that they let Diggs go. We all know what AJ brings to the table, and I think he's going to see the ball a lot more than he saw it in Philly. I think they're going to feature him a lot more. We know that Drake, may love to throw the ball. He loves to throw it on time, and AJ's a great route runner. So I think this is going to be a great fit. I don't think the variable situation is going to affect that team that much because they always dealing with drama. They dealt with the whole thing with Tom Brady all those years. They owner got caught getting a head job. I mean, hey, remember they went through the play gate. They went through when they said the guy was recording the games. They've been through some crazy stuff before. So I don't see this bothering them. They used to this. They used to the drama. But I think they're gonna probably be right where they were. I know their schedule's not gonna be as easy. But AJ is a much better receiver than Diggs, and he's no problem. He doesn't get hurt a lot. He doesn't talk. He just comes out and plays, and this is what he's been wanting. So I expect him to have a breakout year. He's been begging for this. He's getting it, and we know Drake will throw the ball to him. So I'm expecting big things out of him. That division is going to be crazy like it is every year.
I think they're going to be good, bro. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
that's going to be interesting.
I don't think they have no issues.
Bro, if AJ Brown would have ended up in Buffalo with DJ Moore, oh my God, that's a problem. That would have been
Yeah.
crazy.
Hey, but you know what? You brought up Estefan Diggs, and I actually like that if he go
I
back
like
to
that
Buffalo.
too,
They could
bro. I'm
probably,
thinking about it.
That relationship might be severe though, severe because
Bro, it might be, bro. It might be.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Even if you leave, just still be a good Samaritan. You ain't got to go out there and be no asshole. And guys like Diggs had stuff to say, had how you feel. Don't man, let your feelings out once you retire. We know these guys.
yeah.
Today they want
But
to talk and tell you how you feeling.
at the same
Mhm.
time, it's business first, and it's a new coaching staff over there.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about
didn't
that. That's
deal
right.
with him.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
At this point, Diggs is out of a job, so if they come
Yeah.
calling for a job, you gonna
And you
answer
saw
that
Odell
motherfucker.
get picked up, so somebody gonna grab Diggs. I was shocked.
Yeah, Odell got picked up.
Yep.
And another, I don't know that this is this ain't official, but a rumor that I've heard of late is that the needle is moving towards Tyreek Hill in Baltimore.
Ooh. That's crazy.
That
But see, to me,
Bro,
I mean, the
don't
only
kill
problem
me
with
that,
that
bro.
is
You heard that for real?
Lamar's not a pocket passer like
just
that,
a
though.
rumor.
Yeah, because I don't see that because Lamar only passes it when he has to. He goes to his tight ends most of the time, and he runs the
I
ball.
don't know, man. I don't know.
That would stretch the field, though. I ain't gonna
I
lie,
don't
that would
know.
be crazy. And
Bro, that'd be
they would look good together.
insane.
I ain't gonna lie.
I don't know. I mean, you go back a couple years ago when they had Odell and Flowers. Even though
Yeah.
Odell didn't get used in the playoffs that season, he used both of them motherfuckers.
It does open up the field because you got to worry about that other side. You got to
And
worry. So you got
and
to
that young tight end gone. They kept the old guy that's always injured. So
I want
I
Tyreek.
could see them getting another receiver.
I want Tyreek to go back to Kansas City, but I would love if he went to Baltimore. For real.
I think Kansas City could be a sleeper for Diggs too.
They don't. I don't hate Baltimore, even though they are op of Kansas City. I don't hate them because I like Lamar. I don't like Josh Allen, bitch ass, bro. I used to, but I don't like how they be glazing him. Like he's just the best and don't win shit. He's Jalen Hurts. He's Jalen Hurts without a chip.
He's a good player, and we know why they.
He's better than Jalen Hurts. I like I like Josh Allen, but I don't agree with the glazing. I'm with you on that. They do be glazing.
I agree better than Jalen Hurts too. I think they glaze him for one reason, and we all know what it is. It's his color. They want to have that great white hype in sports, and we understand that part. But Josh,
I tell you what though,
he's a great player though. I ain't gonna lie, man.
Oh,
He brings it.
Hey, he got some swag, and he winning in life because I'm a fan of Miss Haley Steinfeld.
Yeah.
Josh Allen. Hey, Josh Allen. Salute Josh Allen.
Yeah. And didn't they say they got a baby on the way?
What?
I think I heard that. I think I heard that they got a baby on the way.
I know a few people that hate him just because he got old girl.
I would have got her.
That's how I feel about. That's how I feel about Spider.
Side note, I know one dude that's hating on Josh Allen right now, and he gonna be in the upcoming Power series with the next one when Kanan, actually this coming season, this Kanan season. Breeze, the dude that's playing Breeze was the voice of Miles Morales in Across the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
He is I'm surprised that he got that role because he is a known creep. He was creeping on Haley because Haley played the voice of Spider-Gwen, and he was creeping on her since. And when she announced that she was engaged, he went to Twitter mad about it and everything. Like, bro, you're not gonna win this.
Dude that's playing what's his name on Power this season?
Breeze. Breeze.
Yesterday I watched Cutthroat City with him in it. Like I had never seen that before. It's an old school movie. I was like, let me check this out.
No, he good though. He good.
Okay.
He a good actor.
That's crazy. I didn't know he was a creep. Now I'm about to do some research.
Hey, he was in that movie. He was in that movie Dope too. Y'all remember that shit called Dope? Yeah.
That made him. Yeah.
That was shit. That shit was fire.
But yeah. Look like we lost big money again. It might be the reception of him in his job at the building.
Okay.
If he texts again, you tell him to jump back in. But one more bit of football news I wanted to get into before we move and pivot on. But the Bears Stadium. I don't know if you've seen the latest, but they were waiting on the House to pass this bill in Illinois, or the Senate, something like that. I don't know the politics of it, but they were waiting on this bill to pass, and they tabled it and went to vacation, essentially. They pushed it to a later date. And with Indiana having been ready and pretty much got everything the Bears have been asking for, it's starting to look like Indiana is going to be it, because Illinois just keep fumbling and pushing it back like they're the ones that are needed. But Illinois needs the Bears more than the Bears need Illinois, I think.
Illinois politics, man. You know, both of us born and raised from there. We know how it goes. It's some money that needs to get passed under the table that hasn't been passed yet. If that money get passed, this will go through. Allegedly. I don't want to end up in no trouble, but we both know what's going on. It's somebody want their hair greased. It's a few people that probably want their hair greased. And they know this is a lot of money to keep the Bears. And I think it's sad that we got to go through this as one of the original football teams, as much as people love the Bears, as many fans as they have, that we have to even look at, and the reason on the other side of it, I try not to get upset because we watch so many teams move a little bit down the street just so they can make it happen. So we understand that this happens. Just get it done. It shouldn't be a soap opera that we're seeing. Just get this over with so they can start building and get ready for this new stadium. The fans deserve it. The team deserves it, and the league deserves it. It's about time to get up out of Soldier Field. We need a better position. We need a better spot. And everybody knows traffic and everything is horrible every time it's a Bears game around there because there's nowhere to park. It's Chicago. They have the lakefront. It's just ridiculous. So they need to get it done, but we both know it's politics. These politicians are acting stupid because they want, they feel like they got the Bears over a barrel, but the Bears actually have them over one, and they don't see that.
Yeah, they don't. They being typical Illinois politicians.
Yeah.
But I will say it'll be a travesty to lose the Bears in Illinois.
Oh, no doubt.
It's already bad that they're gonna leave Chicago. The fact that Chicago is pretty much officially out of it, that's already a bad look.
Yeah, but staying in Illinois would at least make it feel a little better,
Exactly. It'd have been a lot more palpable being in Illinois. But I've said it before, there are some benefits to the Indiana spot because it's actually way closer than the Arlington Heights spot. It's closer to Chicago.
We got a lot of fans in Indiana too. A lot.
Not only that, but you got legal gambling there. So you got boats. You got some. It's a lot of casino. It's a big casino right
Indiana
by
State Police. Hey, Indiana State Police gonna eat so good off. They gonna be writing tickets and getting people from LA.
Yeah, you got to be careful because the laws ain't the same.
So that's why we need to keep it in Illinois. But if it goes to Indiana, it is what it is. That's the Bears' fault.
You can hide that gas in Illinois. Don't you bring that across that state line?
Still up after the game?
No, not that gas. Not that gas. Not that gas. I'm talking about the legal gas in Illinois. You can have, but you can't. Don't you bring that across state line because they don't play it in Indiana.
They're gonna be waiting on the other side.
Yeah. But like I say, it's there are some benefits. There's an airport close by with a lot less traffic in and out. Although traffic will change if they get the Bears. But there are some things over there. And like I say, it's closer to Chicago. You're still close to the lakefront. You can still have the Chicago backdrop in the backdrop.
Yeah, when they do the games, they're going to have to hover over Indiana. What they're going to do, still show the lakefront, then go to Indiana?
I mean, it's still there. It's right there on the lakefront.
It's still there. I forgot about that.
It's still right there. We're talking about 20 minutes away from the current site.
Yeah, I lived in Hampton before, so I mean, I know,
So I mean, logistically, it makes sense. It's an easier way to get. It's easier to get there for Chicagoans than it is to Arlington Heights.
Kind of far. It'll take a lot of 294.
Yeah, that's all gonna kick their ass. But so that's interesting, and ladies and gentlemen, especially Bears fans. I want to hear y'all thoughts down there.
Yes.
Well,
how do y'all feel?
If the Bears leave Illinois, will you continue to be Bears fans? That's one question I really want to know from the fans. But moving on, let's go and cross over to the NBA because we have an official NBA Finals set. The Knicks and the Spurs and a rematch of the NBA Cup in a series that kind of validates the NBA Cup finally.
Yeah, the rematch of 99. I think it was 99.
Yep.
Ain't that the year Allen Houston hit that shot?
You're right. Right. That was right after the lockout. That was the lockout season.
Yeah, because they wasn't even. I think they were like a 5th or 6th seed. They were like really, really low. But they ended. I remember Allen Houston hit that shot to get them in the next series, and they carried that momentum. They had a decent team, but they wasn't champions. Spurs were too good back then. You know, we talk about a really good Spurs team, but this time, I mean, this rematch, man. Hey,
Still
this is what
talking
we
about
want.
a really good Spurs team.
Yeah, this is what we want, though, man. Hey, seeing Wemby cry after they won Game 7, that's what I'm looking for out of an NBA player. I want to see that emotion, that love for the game, the hate that he has for the other team. Wemby is the epitome of what we want as a sports fan. You want your guy to not like the other team, to not like the other players, and he's that guy. You know, he came in with his muck outfit on, that new haircut, and everything.
Well, see, I hope that he does have that going against the Knicks, because see that we all know that we all know that some of that animosity he had for OKC was personal with Chet. You know, he had a personal rivalry with him. So can we still get evil Wemby? I need to still see evil Wemby in the finals.
Yes,
Not only that, but
I
got some prize picks money on him, so I need to see that. But yeah, I need to see evil Wemby continue. Don't just do it against Chet because you got a personal beef and you want to see him go down.
Yeah,
I want to see.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I want to go with the Knicks, but man, that Spurs team is hungry and they look like they not afraid of nobody. And I mean, they you know, like we both said, OKC matched up better against the Knicks, but man, this matchup against the Spurs, and then we're already seeing that Robinson is hurt. He hurt his finger, so he probably still be out there. But you know, hey, that's going. You know, he does play some decent defense, but we're talking about a guy that's going to stretch the court. He's going to shoot threes. He's going. That man was hitting half court shots. Like what we're seeing right now is the beginning of a new era. You know, we had the Michael Jordan era. After that, you had that Kobe little stint for a little while. Shaq had his stint. You know, then it kind of moved over to LeBron time. And then Curry had his stint in there, you know. But right now, all those guys are old or retired. You know, and you're trying to figure out who's going to be that guy that really keeps the light on the NBA. And I mean, we all saw Wemby come in, but man, we didn't see it starting this fast. He's already to that next level. And you know, the refs were not trying to help them at all. And they still took it. So it's going to be hard to bet against them, man. I think we're seeing another 6 or 7 game series.
Well, one thing I will say before I get into my actual picks, you know how huge of a Wemby fan I am. We talked about Wemby on our old NBA show before, about a year or two before.
Wemby
about a year or two before he was drafted.
Yeah.
I love Wemby. I think if he can stay healthy, the potential is there to be. I won't even say, but I don't think he's arrived yet. I won't say that he got there earlier than expected. I will say that as a whole, the team did, because you can't knock the importance of Dylan Harper, what he did in that OKC series.
No, the whole team.
The defense that he played.
These days.
Castle, who I was getting ready to mention next, the progression that he's shown, and even De'Aaron Fox, you saw the difference in the games.
Shout out to Harrison Barnes.
Hold on. With De'Aaron Fox, though, you can't deny how the series changed in the games he was out versus the games he played.
Right.
I think so many people are praising Wemby for this series, and rightfully so. But we didn't get evil Wemby every game. In that last game, it was a lot of the others that won that game. In Game 7, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I got to give it to him as a whole. Dylan Harper is a future superstar. Stephon Castle, a future superstar. The sky's the limit for these dudes. I think as a whole, they've all.
And Kevin Johnson played well. I mean, Hey, Champagne Poppy. Champini. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they all, like you said, but we all know that to be a good team, you got to have a star, and then you got to have the others. And the others are really doing their job. And they others are young, but these guys have the potential to be more than just others. I mean, I once I started looking into Castro a little bit more, I didn't even realize that he played for the Connecticut team that won championship a few years ago.
Yeah,
like,
they drafted him right after he won.
like I saw him hug Paige buckets after the game, and I was like, that's so cool that she showed up and came to hang out. That was so cool to see that, you know. But man, what you're saying is correct, man. Wimby's a
And
great
she
player,
in
but shout out to
Texas.
the Spurs for building that team, and they've always been good at that. You know, we can go down a list of different guys they've drafted, and we know who they were, and look what they did. You know.
And Paige is in Dallas. Game 7 in OKC. That ain't no far. That ain't
Yeah,
far
that's
at
true.
all. That's an
2
easy
hours,
trip.
2 hour drive, 1 hour
Yeah.
flight, 30-minute flight probably.
And one thing I say too is the coaching staff. You know, I've been watching a lot of like some of the behind the scenes stuff. The Spurs YouTube account have been putting out a lot of behind the scenes throughout the playoffs, throughout this whole run. And the coaching staff, like Sean Sweeney, shout out to him, got hired by the Magic. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, but it was a part where he's telling Wemby, no matter what, don't help. Stay where you at. Sit on your man. Don't help. And you could tell he took to that coaching. You could tell how he took to that coaching, and that's a young coaching staff, but you got to give him a lot of that credit too, because they made obvious adjustments during this series.
Right, no doubt about it. You're right about all of that, man.
And
you know how I am. I'll be quick to give it to the wrong guy because I'd be excited. But you're right.
I mean,
you're right.
Wemby deserves praise and credit. Don't get me wrong. I just want to make sure that the others get enough, because Dylan Harper, we already knew how great he could be. That's not a
in the playoffs. Come on, let's be honest.
but no, what I was leading to is, well, we knew Dylan Harper was going to be great, but what really shocked me was not his offense, but his defense. Yeah. The defense that he played, that kid is going to be a stopper. And Stephon Castle is already, and Castle is already a really good defender. The sky's the limit with these dudes, man. I'm giddy over the youth. I'm jealous. This team
in San Antonio, right now, they the front runners every year because of their youth and because they still got room to get better with all these picks. You know, so
yeah, the Spurs are the reason the NBA decided nobody can have 3 straight top 5 picks. So now with the new, with the new lottery rules, and now with these guys this team having just had these 3 straight top 5 picks, they all young and just starting their career when the rule changes, so no one else can build this. They are a cheat code that can't be changed. Like, they won.
Yeah.
They beat the system. The system changed, and it changed so you can't build that anymore, but they have that, and they're just getting started. It's insane.
And because of that, they can make moves and get rid of them picks if they want to somebody else that's eligible to be able to get right. And that's just a great piece, man. That's a great piece.
And that's another thing we didn't get a chance to talk about yet, was the new rule change with the lottery. I don't think we get a chance. We hadn't done a show since that announcement that came out officially. But what was your reactions to hearing those new changes? Are you a fan? Are you against it?
I mean, no matter what, the rich get richer in sports, as we're seeing today with Myles Garrett going to LA. I think it'll help, but it's not going to change too much. I mean, what we're seeing too much tanking. We're seeing too much, DNPs. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Like, it's no reason why these guys are making all of this money and they're not playing. And some of these guys don't even hurt somebody. So I think it's important for the league to show that they are more than just the 5 players on the court. You got to showcase all these guys. Make sure everybody's playing. Make the game fair. But, we know how it goes, man. It's going to always be the inside stuff, the stuff we don't know. Just like we all know, man, the draft is rigged. Let's be honest. It's not real, and if you think it is, it's like wrestling to me. There's no way. But
I don't
we can
agree
get to that on another day because we can go deep on that.
Because they use a third party.
Yeah, to have some backup behind it.
because they use a third party for the draft, so I don't agree with that.
Okay.
Although
Okay.
I know about all of the rumors, the sticking the ice in the cards in the ice bucket, so you grab the cold one and all of that. I know about, but they use a third party company for that. So if it is fake, then that company loses all credibility. So that's bad business for that company.
Well, the NBA pads in their pockets, it don't matter. You know, they got a front seat for with Donald Trump whenever they need to if you get out of pocket. That's why I said we can go deep on that one day.
But the thing that I don't too much care for, in my idea, I thought that I would have been happy with them just flipping the lottery odds. The worst team get the last lottery pick. The team closest to the playoffs get the first odds.
Yeah.
But the thing that I could see becoming an issue is this. So you can't have back-to-back ones, which, okay, I'm fine with that. And you can't have 3 straight top 5s. So you telling me if I'm a team I get 2 back-to-back top 5 picks, I can't get that third top 5. But a team could go 1, 6, and 1. Who got the better players?
Yeah.
The team that went 1, 6, and 1. You know what I'm saying? That seems like the worst cheat code in 3 straight top 5s.
All you gotta do is make sure you don't do it 3 times. You can do it twice and then chill.
Exactly.
Do it once and then chill. You know?
So I feel like this is something that can still get abused once they catch on to it.
They will.
Man, we
That's
from
what it's all about, man.
We from the city, man. We know how it is.
Yeah.
When you make a
about
rule,
trying to
when
figure out
you
a way
make
to
a
get around the
change,
rules.
there'll be someone to come around and find another way around it. That's just life.
Right.
But moving on, another thing that I mentioned was the Magic hiring Sean Sweeney. And I just talked about how he, being the assistant coach with the San Antonio Spurs, how he affected that series and with his coaching. So what's your reaction to the Magic hiring him? This is a guy that I thought was my favorite for the Bulls. I think
Yes. So that's the only reason why I'm a little salty because, hey, he would have been great for our team. A nice young guy, you know, runs a good defense. You see what they've been doing the last couple of years. But, hey, shout out to seeing these young guys that's working hard getting these jobs. You know, you get tired of seeing these retreads with all these old coaches from the 80s and the 90s and the 2000s. So it's nice that we're seeing that fresh new blood. It's a new NBA, and we're seeing it with the coaches. I mean, so if you're not a regular NBA guy, you'll see a coach who don't know who he is these days. So, you know, it's nice that, you know, things are changing, and I think it's good for the league. You know, these players need to, you know, have a more of a relationship with the coach, and the coach needs to understand the player. So I like it.
Yeah. That I definitely agree with. You're seeing a wave of new talent and coaches.
Yeah.
A lot of these older guys are kind of being phased out, with the exception of the ones that have been around but started young.
Yeah.
Like a Eric Spoelstra. He ain't going nowhere no time soon, but he was young when he started. So I agree with you on that one. And another coaching news, sad news, unfortunately, right before we got started, I seen the Rick Adelman passed away. Rick Adelman is somebody that we know a lot about because he coached during our time, man. Yeah.
Man, run TMC, man. Back in the day, if y'all look too young, that was the Golden State team with Chris Mullin, Mitch Richmond, and our boy, you know, Tim Hardaway. And them boys was hooping, man. That was a great team. And see, Webb ended up getting drafted by them too. So, you know, hey, that was but that run TMC, Rick Adelman, I remember he was with the Lakers. He's coached with a few teams. So,
and
RIP to that man, you know,
the
he
Kings
was good
too.
in the league. Never heard anything bad about him.
When he coaching the Kings when they was going against those Lakers runs?
Too. That's what I said. He was at a lot of places because he had a great offense. And this is before people caught up to it and new things came around. He was that.
He was ahead of the game. Yeah, he was ahead of the game.
Yes, sir.
His offenses were fun to watch. That's when the Kings were fun,
up 21, 30.
Think about that. The King, when him coaching before these last runs when the Kings had De'Aaron Fox and the Curry run with the Warriors, the last time anyone cared about the Kings or the Warriors was with Rick Adelman as the coach.
Yes, sir. That's when they were the Sacramento Queens to the Laker fans.
Yeah, shout out to Shaq for that one.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, so sad day for that.
Hate to hear that.
But Rick Adelman is a legend, so RIP to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But moving on, we always got to find. I always got to find a way to throw some draft stuff in here before we get out of there because this is a big year for it. And we just talked about the lottery, but I thought it was an interesting piece of note. I don't know if you heard this rumor. I think I sent it to our little chat group. But word on the street is North Carolina's Caleb Wilson wants the Bulls. And if the Bulls were to offer him a promise at 4, he would deny any workout for any other team.
Woo! But for us fans that would love to see him in Chicago, I love to hear that. I hate that he put that out there because now that price just went up.
Well, he didn't put that out there. Somebody.
Okay, so it could just be a rumor. Okay, because that put the onus, the onus on the Bears. I mean, on the Bulls, where if they did want to move up to get him, somebody could really, really, try to, get over on us. So,
well, you wouldn't have to move up if he cancels workouts with anybody else. No one's gonna take him if they can't work.
We already think there's a chance he falls there. So this is a great thing to hear as a Bulls fan because we would love to see him in the red and black.
Yeah, I don't think it's. That's the thing. I don't know how the Bulls are going to respond because this is a new new guy in charge.
Fill our coaching staff and all that.
Historically, I would say, well, I can't even say no because we remember that Chandler Hutchison draft when the promise was made and we all thought it was for Michael Porter Jr. and they ended up taking Chandler Hutchison. So yeah, maybe they would make a promise, but I don't know that it's necessary, Dees. No, most mocks have him falling. Not only that, if he went earlier and someone else fell, would you be mad? I think everybody in that top 4 is a win for the Bulls, especially when we came into the lottery projected 9. So
I think Chicago looks like a bright spot to kids because, since Derrick Rose, we really haven't had a good start. We had Zach LaVine, Zach LaVine and, DeMar and all of them. They were kind of a little bit close to being over the hill. They wasn't in their prime like that. And this is a chance to revive Chicago. We already know off the courts, a lot of endorsements out there. So I think Chicago's starting to look good, with them seeing them cleaning the house and starting over. So I think it's an exciting moment right now for our Chicago Bulls fans.
Well, I think what it is more so than that because I think it's too early for people to think positively outside of Bulls fans for the Bulls.
Yeah.
Nationally, I'm talking about. But I think it's more so if you look at the teams in the top 4 and you're projected to be a top 4 pick, which city
would you want to be?
Utah, Washington, Memphis, or Chicago? Most people will pick Chicago out of that.
Yes, right.
And then you talked about the possibilities off the court. This is a franchise that is a big money franchise. If you can star in a city like Chicago, there will be plenty of opportunities for you. And then the basketball fit. You got a point guard like Josh Giddey who only wants to pass and runs a fast break, which perfectly fits your skill set.
I think him and Jonathan look good next to each other too.
Yeah, I agree. And then, the draft combine being in Chicago is a great selling point for these kids.
Can't wait for combine and for Summer League, man. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, no doubt. And then the last thing I want to talk about, a little side note, something I saw, what brought it to my attention was I was watching a video about Darius Acuff, and I saw that he had signed with Reebok, D-Snow. Which is significant to me because that's Shaq and AI over there.
Yeah.
And so I like Acuff going over there and linking up with AI. I think that's a good look, a good career move for him.
Looking out for the next play guard.
So that made me look into who else has gotten shoe deals out of this upcoming draft. Not to mention there's some news today that came out, and I know you're going to probably want to get into that so we can add that to this, but Steph Curry also signed him a new shoe deal with a Chinese company for 10 years. But just these draft picks, so all top 4 projected picks have shoe deals, plus I got a couple other notable guys in here. So AJ DeBanza signed with Nike. We all seen the logo. They've been talking about it. Darren Peterson, he signed with Adidas. He actually has been signed since 2023. He was the first ever high school athlete signed by Adidas under the NIL program. So he had a shoe deal in high school. That's insane.
That's crazy.
Carlos Boozer has a deal with Jordan. And side note, he also has a deal with Crocs.
Damn.
I said
Yeah,
Carlos Boozer, didn't I?
You know these kids love them Crocs
I
these
think I
days.
said Carlos Boozer. I meant Cam Boozer.
Yeah. Easy mistake.
Yeah, that's gonna happen again. And then the guy we just talked about, Caleb Wilson, he signed with New Balance, who was also kind of, they got an up and coming roster. We know that Zach LaVine signed with him when he was here. They got Cooper Flagg. Who else they got? Jamal Murray. They got a few young players over there. Darius Acuff, who I just mentioned before, signed with Reebok. And then Michael Brown Jr. signed with Adidas. So that's interesting. I always like to see who the new kids sign with. One shoe company that had been making a come up over the last few years that I don't see on here, but they typically name there is Puma. Yeah. They typically name theirs after the draft on draft night, but top 4, possibly 5, 6 guys are gone already.
Yeah.
You snooze, you lose.
You don't never see nobody wearing the Holly Bergers though, so that kind of didn't do good. That bomb. I mean, Puma's trying, but you got to make good shoes. They got to be comfortable. My thing is, usually, and let's say even 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and even back, it would have been way more Nike guys in there. To only hear one Nike guy and a Jordan guy, and to hear New Balance and Adidas and Reebok, it's great for shoes. This is great to have that because what this is going to do is going to push Nike to get better. It's going to make them continue to do their thing. And I love it. I love it because it seemed like it was all about Nike for a long time. So it's nice to see this happening because we were younger. All of these brands were big. They had athletes, So it's nice to see that coming back. It's good for the shoe game.
And just as a fan of the shoe game and the sport of basketball, shout out to Reebok. Yes, a company that was huge when we were shorties and fell off big time, now making a resurgence with Shaq and AI at the helm. I don't know if you got a chance to see that series last year on Netflix, Power Moves.
Yeah, I watched a few episodes. I didn't finish it all the way up.
That one was good, and I'm hoping we get another season of that, especially with Acuff on the roster now. They got Angel Reese, whose shoes did pretty good as far as I know. And they got Modest Buzelis, another Chicago Bull. So I'm hoping for continued resurgence for Reebok. I want to see them win. I want to see them win.
Yes, sir.
And I hope Acuff shoes is hitting on something because if they are, I will grab them because I'm a huge Acuff fan. And if he goes somewhere like Brooklyn, them shoes gonna go crazy. I hope he goes to a big market.
I've been seeing a lot of old players that are retired talking about Acuff. Like a lot of people like him besides us, so I'm expecting big things. I can't wait to see where he goes.
And thing about Acuff, one thing that I don't like that I'm hearing is too many people are worried about his lack of defense. Yes,
the NBA, nobody plays defense.
Yes, it's there. His lack of defense is real. But Kyrie Irving, Dame Lillard, Jamal Murray, all of these top scoring point guards, James Harden, they don't play defense.
They don't.
You talking about a guy that is going to be an absolute superstar. He has a style of play that the kids are going to fall in love with.
I'm expecting 20 points or more a game on top of him. Especially because he's going to go somewhere where he's going to get a chance to play. I'm expecting him to really be a good player. I think he's going to be able to transition easy,
And the fact that I'm seeing a lot of mocks with him falling to like 7, and although that's not a far fall, especially with this being such a heavy draft, I still don't like it. I still don't like it.
Put a chip on his shoulder, though.
And now I understand why the Clippers would pass since they just traded for Darius Garland and he making all that money. He's an all-star and all of that. I get that. But if I was the Clippers, I'd be trying to trade with somebody. You want to move up here to 5 to get him? Because Darius Acuff should go 5. I'm
Grab
sorry.
him and then look for the trade. Like, I got him. I know you want him.
I feel like Dallas, Atlanta, one of y'all jump ahead because Brooklyn or Sacramento, they don't deserve him. City-wise, I would like to see him go to Brooklyn. He reminds me a lot of Stephon Marbury in the season, a Marbury-type player back in that city. Would be fire. But they've also fumbled so much. I fear that they might ruin them. You know, they just
that's
drafted
true.
like 3 or 4 guards last season, and none of them are worth anything. I
Yeah.
mean, maybe the big guy out of BYU,
They
Joman.
let go to one kid that we all love.
So, and then I feel the same way about the Kings. They constantly fumble, so I don't really want to see him go there, although they need him. I want to see him go somewhere where he can get a chance to shine. Dallas or Atlanta would be so fire. And
ooh, you're right. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Dallas, that would look so good. Hopefully Dallas makes a move and grabs him, man. Hopefully we speaking it up.
yeah, one of y'all trade up and go get him. If I'm the Clippers, yeah, I drop down to 8 or 9 and target Mara. And then I get an extra deal, extra picks out of it. I won because I got this pick from Indiana.
I think the kid from Alabama would look good with them that you love.
Phyline?
Yeah,
Who are the
man.
5 illest rappers of all time? Phyline.
That was a good one.
No, I'm a big fan of Phyline out of Alabama. I've seen a lot of mocks with him going somewhere in that 12 to 14 range. A lot of Miami Heat, which would be fire. He got a game that'll look good on South Beach.
Yeah.
But I also like Cam Carr for the Bulls. Side note. But yeah, as far as Acuff though, I want to see him go high. I think he is a future superstar.
I agree.
Yeah. So on that note, D Snow, that's about the end of my notes, man. That's all I got. You got anything else for the peoples before we skip it? Oh, you didn't react to the stuff.
To what?
To the Steph shoe deal. You didn't react to the Steph shoe deal.
Man. We already know he went to the same place that Clay went to, and that's probably what got him in there. Clay probably did a little bit of recruiting, and we know that D Wade was the first one, so we know we know it's a good shoe. My son actually has a couple of pairs, so I think it's crazy seeing that. But hey, it's all about who's paying, who's gonna make you happy. I thought he was gonna run the Nike, but as we can see, that company overseas is doing their thing with the NBA. So shout out to Steph.
Man, D Snow, maybe that's the deal. Maybe that's the deal for Dallas. Send Clay home. Send Clay home to the Clippers with 9. Maybe another pick.
I trade Clay for your boy.
I'm talking about to try to get up to 5 though.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? To get Acuff. Like maybe that's the move. I don't know. The Clippers are rebuilding too. They might not want Clay, but they might take him if he come with a draft pick.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get even crazier with it and include another team, Miami or Minnesota or something, and Dallas include Kyrie
to make this thing work. Yeah, I like that. I like, man. We got a few weeks left before we get there. We know things gonna start to shake, so we're gonna see something happening soon.
Yes, sir. June 23rd and 24th, first and second round, 2 separate days. That's gonna be interesting. Is anybody gonna tune in for day 2 in the second round? That's gonna be interesting. Do some
live reactions like we did last year. That was fun.
We'll see. I won't make any promises because I run a comic book channel and the draft is on a Wednesday. That's literally the day when I drop my new releases. So we'll see.
Okay.
We shall see. But on that note, ladies and gentlemen, man, this was fun today. We had a good talk, good episode. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Get down in those comments, give us your thoughts. But as always, from us here on My Sports, ladies and gentlemen, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we'll holler.
Hey, stay groovy. See y'all on the next one.
Yes, sir. Ski. Peace.